Hello and welcome, Carynx here, and welcome back to Dark Souls 3. And this is the second recording session I'm doing this week around. And if you've seen the start of my previous recording session, I mentioned Christmas break is over for me, and I am back to the routine of a working life. Whereupon I was dealing with some exhaustion on my part when I recorded the last session, but now toward the end of my first week back to work, I think I've got things worked out for myself again, so to speak. That was a horrible pun. Worked out for myself. It was horrible and non-intentional, but anyway, yeah, I am not as exhausted as I was on the first day. Anyway, since we are back, we have item descriptions to work our way through. The thing is, I don't necessarily remember what exactly is new. You know, how about we check for Seed of the Giant Tree first? And that conclusion of the last recording session was just epic. The one blue spirit in my world was MVP. If both of those invaders managed to gank me, it would have looked... yeah, we got a new seed. It would have looked very different. And so my hollering remains at 1 for now. I'm starting to get the feeling that toward the end I'm gonna have to deliberately suicide my way up to the 15 hollowing to get all the 3 level ups before we get too far into the game. But for now, item descriptions. What do we have? Don't got the notion there's anything new here. I don't see anything here, except for the fact that we have 3 fire gems now. Goodness. This is new. Farron Coal. Coal used to weapon infusion. Long ago, used to forge the great swords of the Undead Legion of Farron. Gifted a blacksmith in a shrine to allow the use of gems for heavy, sharp, and poison infusion. But not refined. Can Andrew already do refined infusion from the get-go? I have to double check. Got some new spells as well. I remember bought these all the way toward the end of the last episode, didn't I? Fire Orb for once, a little bit more expensive than Fireball, but more powerful I'd expect. The signature flame manipulating spell common to pyromancers. Hurls a giant fire orb. The blazing fire orb explodes on impact, dealing fire damage to the surrounding area. They say that once a pyromancer learns the spell, the understanding of the flame deepens, together with a yearning for it. We've already had Fire Surge, I believe. And Profuse Sweat is definitely new. Advanced Pyromancer that internalizes flame, once again associated with Carmina. Profuse Sweating temporarily boosts resistance to bleeding, poison, frost, and somehow curses. And the yellow sweat cures all kinds of ailments. Yeah, so you can protect yourself against being cursed by just sweating very intensely. And we bought a very basic healing spell from Irina. An elementary... I can't read. Elementary miracle cast by Carynx. Restores HP for self and those in the vicinity. To use miracles, equip a talisman or sacred chime and attune a miracle at a bonfire. Alright, do we have any new weapons? Aerophil straight sword, we've read that before, I remember. Don't think there's any new weapons to look at. Oh, but these two shields are certainly new. The Grasscrest Shield, returning yet again. Old medium metal shield of unknown origin. The Grasscrest is lightly imbued with magic, which slightly speeds stamina recovery. But it's not 100% blocking shield, and it's parry. You know, I haven't really settled for what shield I'm going to use in my build eventually. Suppose I wouldn't mind it not being 100% physical absorption. And I wouldn't mind it not being a weapon skill shield either, necessarily. I am quick enough between switching in two-handed and one-handed mode. Only both of these caveats on the same shield is a bit inconvenient to me. And the shield was heavily nerfed since the first game. It doesn't boost the stamina regen quite as much anymore nowadays. And this appears to be pretty much a replacement for what used to be the Eagle something. Basically the very light wooden great shield. The lightest of all great shields are made from wood and decorated with a two-headed dragon. Great shields are the largest type of shield and offer both high stability and damage absorption, making it easy to deflect enemy attacks. And of course it has the shield bash. That annoys me that I cannot remember what it was called in the first game, especially because we just got into Blighttown, well, basically just got done with Blighttown on our co-op playthrough. It's something Eagle Shield. Anyway, the Santa's crown is new as well. Crown supposedly made an imitation of a divine creature of Ulasil, a land of ancient golden sorceries. Divine creature, you say, and looking at the shape, all I can think of are the mushroom people. Santa's clothing is the mark of a research of lost sorceries, and the oversized crown is emblematic of their work. Such a curious pursuit is surely nothing to be ashamed of. Yeah, that headgear may be something to be ashamed of though. And the Conjurator set is new as well. Oh yeah, the Hazel pick is new too. I should be taking a look at that. That's the starting gear of the Dark Souls 1 Pyromans anyway. And the Conjurator set. A tie of travelling Conjurators. Conjurators were the predecessors of Pyromancers, and spent their lives roaming the lands. No wonder their time was designed to protect them from fire, poison, and other threats of nature. It's also one of the sets that has the most drastic visual differences between the female and male model. Great Swamp Ring. Yes, boosts pyromancies. Rings had to be chiseled from the bone of a flame salamander by blighted pyromancers living in the Great Swamp. Boosts pyromancies by 12% or something of the sort. It's believed that salamanders are descendants of demons, born of the chaos flame, from which pyromancy is said to have originated. Yeah, so the deal of these rings, Morn's Ring, Great Swamp Ring, Young Dragon Ring, which we don't have yet, is the boosted damage effect of your associated spells by 12%. And there's also a second version of them available later in the game that does a 20% damage buff. They're not mutually exclusive either. You can stack the Great Swamp Ring and the 20% ring on top of each other to achieve a greater effect. Anyway, last but not least, we have the Blue Sentinels, a new covenant. Faded sheepskin parchment depicting the... I've read this. I'm pretty sure I've read this. I have a very acute recollection of having read this. I may be wrong though. But what I definitely haven't read is the Hazel pick. There you are. Damn. The intelligence requirement on that is the higher than expected. Choose a weapon of Yellowfinger Hazel, a finger for Zarya and Santa Scholar. This is both a weapon and a sorcery staff, and the gold specs are remnants of lost sorceries. Yeah, it's one of the more interesting hybrid weapons. There's quite a strong physical attack as well for its wolf. Quite deadly. It's basically a war pick, but it's also a sorcery catalyst. Now, before we move on, there are two things I want to look at real quick. One of them being a quick damage comparison between Fireball and Fire Orb. Oh yeah, do I still have the Undead Bone Shard on me? Or did I burn that already? I'm pretty sure I burned that a while ago. I just saw the prompt. The prompt is always there though, isn't it? Anyway, Andre.
It is good. What needs?
You need some coal.
Oh my. This coal is from the Undead Legion. Used to forge the weapons of Farron's Abyss Watchers. A fine prize. I'm honored to be endued with it. Now I'll be equipped to infuse special gems. Praise the gods, eh? Time to put this brawn to use.
Right you are. But do let me see. You can do heavy now, you can do sharp now, and yeah, you could do refined from the start. I see. That would not give me particularly high damage scaling, would it? Not like I'm planning to make this refined anyway. And that is for my next weapon. Since I'm going into 40-40 strength dexterity, and my next weapon will also have a dual stat C scaling. I'm pretty sure the best damage shield is gonna come out of refined. A rare thing that, because most of the times the dedicated sharp or heavy gem produce better results. Anyway, this gives me... right now they're almost... all of them give me very similar results. The sharp one has the best ones, evidently, but nothing quite outclasses the raw effect just yet.
Pretty big, I don't want
Emphasis on yet. Anyway, let's go and get outside the Firelink Shrine and let's see what the Fireball and the Fire Orb can ring. Really, now I have a frog gate again? Could swear when I was looking at this from across the room earlier the frog gate wasn't up. I am stubborn enough to keep running flat up against this thing until it decides to let me through. Which it did. Yeah, these guys. Let me kill the one that has the shield and... which one is it though? You? No, wasn't you. Whatever, you're still sleeping, so here goes the Fireball. 100. And here goes some Fire Orb. Oh hello, that's quite a bit stronger, isn't it? Another chime. Appreciate it. Let me check if the guy's above as well. First guy, Fire Orb. Second guy, Fireball. Oh yeah, that easily does double damage. Almost anyway. Almost. It's quite a heavy duty damage for having virtually no stats invested into intelligence or faith for that matter. Anyway, let's get magic weapon back out. Alright, I'm far away from being able to level up. 2 more to go for this area, and then I need to take a break from leveling up in this area. Want to get 1 more point into vigor, that was the plan, and also 1 more point into strength to reach the base stats for my desired weapon that we will soon be able to get. And after that we'll reach the Cathedral of the Deep. That's what I'm going to do first before reaching Faron Swamp. For the most part. I'm gonna get to level 45 there. So I think what I'll be doing is attunement to 18 and endurance to 18, then that's 8 levels, 2 more to spare, which can again go into vigor I suppose, and then I'm fine on leveling these stats for a little while. Focus on getting my combat attributes up for some time. Also should neglect intelligence. I'm gonna need 15 as the base requirement for one of the spells I intend to cripple later on. It's one of those things that's best leveled up when it's still quick to do. But we can worry about all of these things later on. I'll just stick with the plan for the time being. Crucifixion words it is. All that we have left to do here is the crumpled down bits of ruins that lead up to the Crystal Sage boss. Probably gonna get invaded again en route. We will see how we will fare. Now I'm just gonna take a quick sip. And off we go. Need to stock up on some projectiles again in the near future. Dog didn't decide to aggro on me. Oh yeah. You're a thing, aren't you? I should deal with that. Get the vertebrae shackle. Well, potentially get 1 shot because he's very much capable of doing that. He is also quite a way stronger than he used to be. Nice dodge. Just power within. And this one. Oh, come on, Hodrick. Okay, whenever it's blocking, don't attack, because I'm pretty sure. Oh crap. I wasn't kidding when I said his attack is pretty damn strong. I can do that too, Hodrick. Wait, you can parry that? Oh crap. Of course you can parry that. The blame is mine for that one. Yeah, you can definitely parry that. I'm not about to let that sit out on me though. Coming for you again, Hodrick. Of course. Just as I said at the start, don't attack him when he's blocking, because he will parry you, and the first thing you do is just nonchalantly... How about we give Hodrick a rest for the time being? I've got the weird feeling it's going to be a waste of Ember if we don't. Anyway, here's my free hollowing, I guess. I'll return to Hodrick after I'm warmed up a tad. Should get to playing a bit first, I suppose. What are you locking onto? Goodness. Oh, why was it locking onto everyone else but the watch guy? It's not exactly helpful. Well, we're no longer embedded, so that's something that I don't have to worry about anymore, at least. No invasions for the time being. Can hear the guys that were around the corner. We dropped down to the Estus shard. Going down this way first and get the crystal lizard. Right. Next we should be getting up on top and get all back. Good fellow ahead, indeed. Just happens to be the kind of good fellow we're not gonna need in our playthrough. But still, it is a 100% run. Which means I do need all of your spells. It's a nice little study set up for yourself here. What are you studying there anyway? Looks like a really big scroll of scripture.
Well, this is unexpected. I don't often have visitors. What do you want? This is my study that you've happened upon. If you haven't any business, I've reading to get back to.
Teach me your ways, Snape-looking sorcerer fellow.
How intriguing. Very well. Indeed, I am a sorcerer, with plenty to share. However, what champion demands service without recompense? Clearly you're not that sort of man. So you will make me a promise that in exchange for my teaching, you will bring me knowledge in the form of scrolls detailing sorcery's secrets. Well, can you assure me of this?
I can indeed.
Very well. You're no fool. I take it you understand the weight of a promise. I am Orbeck, of Vinheim, unkindled one. I shall teach you sorceries. We will learn together. It shall be like our very own school.
However, we do need to keep up to our word. And rather sooner than later as well. Because if you fight, I believe, as for the current patch, it is 4 bosses in total in your world. Without giving Orbeck a sorcery scroll, he will simply abandon Firelink Shrine. You survived that. Can't hit you from here. I thought I would be able to. Anyway, the guys down there are not currently of interest to me. Are you actually able to make your way up here? That's the question. They're definitely agitated down there. Goodbye. I don't expect them to follow me all the way out this way, which is where we are going now. Still got a bit more to explore on this side of the swamp after all. Well, that was careless of me. Got the Estes back. Very nice. Yeah, I can make it over there. First try as well. Enjoy the upvote. Speaking of message upvotes, do you want to guess which one of the messages I plastered down so far is the only one to receive an upvote? Of course, it's the one of me pointing at the visual glitch back in front of the bus room in the Undead Settlement. Anyway, let's continue on. There is more looting to be done here. Should be going this way first though to get the thing that's lying on the ledge. It's just a soul, I think. No, it's a ring of sacrifice. It's quite a bit more valuable than a small soul. I think I've got the two big boys to beat still as well. The two exiles. Yeah, I do. That'll be interesting on my own, how to keep them apart. But I will figure something out. It'll mainly just be important to get one of them to follow me away to where the other one is not going to come close. But before we go that way... come on, crap. How did you already get triggered? Where I want to go is that room inside of there. Lycanthrope to the right. These guys are loud. Sage Ring, Sorcerer starting set, and we're still missing the one little item out that way. Annoying buggers. Glad I'll take the green blossom though. Now let's just see to it that we fare equally well against those exiles. Probably gonna be a waste of time to use fire damage, so I might as well go with the magic weapon enchantment again. Assuming that since they're clad in the axial armor set, they're gonna be resistant to fire damage. Quite literally can't take this. Right. I believe I'll make use of my crossbow and lure one of them from a distance. Yeah, go on and baff yourself with your club. Simple enough. Shouldn't have stooped down to go use a healing miracle. I'll just leave the second one. With XL Greatsword. This one can't parry, I think. Okay, but he can push through my attacks. Good grief, it's a true combo. And that's called a bad dodge. Nice try with that kick there. Wasn't gonna happen though. And that's pretty much the last of the crucifixion modes explored. Just need to go nab the bonfire down below real quick. And there it is. The toxic waste that is Faron Keep. It looks almost fine from up here where I can't see the noxious fumes. And there's the 3 fires that need to be extinguished as well. Huh. And over there you can see the path leading back around to the Crystal Lizard. You know, the shortcut to where the Black Knight is. Right down yonder that way. But of course that doesn't open. Did it take the item? No. No, it did. Anyway, I'm gonna go nab the bonfire down below here. And then we go face the boss. The Crystal Sage. Did you just make a metal walking sound here? Why is this floor tile making a metal sound? That is not appropriate stone floor behavior. I do not approve. Anyway, back to the bonfire, get my Estus charges back because that was a rather sad performance. And then we'll clear our way to the bus room. Turn back. Not the first time I've seen that message. Didn't stop us last time either. Of course, then again, we are Dark Souls protagonists. They don't ever listen to warning messages. That is not in our nature. Warrior slumber ahead. And hence we get invaded by the watchdogs of Faron. It's kind of a funny thing though, is it not? The entire Watchdogs of Faron Covenant is based around safeguarding the slumber of warriors past. But then again, it's really just a glorified ganking covenant. It's quite literally designed around the intention to gank players. Kind of a stark contrast to what the covenant is painted to be. I feel like I should point out that when I say it's centered around ganking, I don't mean that in a sort of kind of fashion. Goodness. And two of you are vicious together. Actually, God broke me. But yeah, I mean, the covenant is literally designed to get you into a situation where you will be ganked from a gameplay standpoint. Since the amount of phantom summoning can do in this area is limited, and you can also have 2 invaders on top of the usual 1 invader. Along with the fact that there is no PvP cooldown in this area. That applies for Andor Londo later on. Right, it's the mages dealt with. There's 2 more guys hiding in the corner, I'm pretty sure. Careful about the floor hole. No, that was all of them. So we're ready to go then. Right, I'm gonna pop an ember because there's an NPC summon here that I will be using. No shame on my part. Ooh, item. Fire bombs. Always appreciated. Egan of Kareem. You'll make a formidable tank. And a difficulty modifier for the boss for the most part, because I don't think he will do much against the Crystal Sage. Anyway, it'll be a pretty straightforward fight. Magic enchantment is obviously not going to be very useful. Magic protection on the other hand will be. So I'm going to pop one of the blue bug pellets that we have. Here it is. And I'm also gonna dark infuse. I'm gonna go lightning infusion, that's what he's weakest to, I believe. And off we go. Right, he's a tendency to appear on the opposite side of the room. And we should be in phase 2 already, which makes things a bit more daunting. Because there's gonna be clones spawning now. Not yet. Okay, he's running away. Chicken. Okay, now it's phase 2 though. Okay, where's the purple? Stop white dragon breathing me. Oh yeah, that's fine though. Oh crap. That's not good. Well, it's done though. He's dead, you know, Egan. He's dead. Dead and gone. Yeah, he doesn't teleport whenever he has one of his spells active, which also includes the prolonged effect from his Home and Crystal Soul Master ability. So whenever those are up, you can just wail away at him without any risk of him teleporting away. Yeah, there's absolutely no point at all to this little outcrop up here. It's not even a safe spot at the boss fight itself. Anyway, just because the boss is done, we are not safe from invasions in this area, as of yet, I should point out. Because as it would happen to be the case, this is one area that consists of 2 bosses. Which means we should still be able to get Hodrick. But first things first, I'm going to be spending my souls. And we should also turn in the soul of the Crystal Sage. See what we can get in exchange for it. Where is it? Soul of a Crystal Sage. The twin Crystal Sages once served as spiritual guides to the scholars of the Grand Archives, and one went on to ally with the Undead Legion, hence developing the Pharaoh's spells. Oh, is it a great soul of an... Yes, it is. Very nice. Ludleth, I am coming toward you by way of a very unconventional path. I can also get a free level up by now because my hollowing is very much at 3 now.
Aha, so.
And you can give me either the Crystal Hill spell, it is not good, and the Crystal Cities Rapier, which I might actually grab for the item discovery. Thrusting sort of tiny crystals scattered across its blade is used by the Crystal Sages for self-defense. The crystals boost the magic damage inflicted by the sword, and the item discovery of its wielder, fruits of the lifetime of research conducted by the sages. And it has the usual rapier stance ability. But yeah, even without the stats to wield it, this thing, while equipped in either hand, even on the back, will boost the item discovery by 50 points, I believe. Certainly a worthwhile thing to have, wouldn't you say? In point of fact, I'm willing to say it would be worth the while taking along to the High Wall of Lothric in just a moment. But before that, I have nothing more, right? Yeah, let's just go and level up.
Welcome, hot speak. Very then taken.
can do 2 level ups, so I'll do Vigor 20 and Strength 16.
Farewell, Ashen Maid of Flame.
And contributing toward the Cathedral of the Deep level up range already, I will claim my 3 level up from Yol as well, which we shall put into attunement right away. No, endurance first. It's not like I'm starved of magic, is it?
Oh, I would do
Do you have anything new to say, I wonder?
as I have said, but
You don't. Well, let's begin then.
Then shall we begin?
Yes.
Bearer of the dark sign, let your true strength shine.
Yes, let those extra 3 points of stamina shine.
Be safe.
And with that, I'm going to take a look at the other NPCs around the area as well. See if anyone has new dialogue to offer already. Grey Rat, I don't think you will offer anything new until I'm through the Catacombs of Carthus.
You can keep that. Goodbye.
Andre Never's new dialogue. Carynx, you might.
Ah, there you are. If you seek pyromancy tomes, take this sage advice. The lands of the lords converge upon Lothric. The home of pyromancy's drifts comparatively close as well. At least, that is what pyromancers of the Great Swamp believe. The place is called Izalith. Oh, how I wish to behold a primal pyromancy. Well, these are old tales. No one knows where the truth begins or ends.
Izalith certainly was a real place at one point, though it became consumed by the Chaos Flame. Back when the Witch of Izalith and the Daughters of Chaos tried to create a mock-up reenactment of the first linking of the fire. And I believe as far as the game's lore is concerned, hence it was that demons are born into the world.
If you seek the
Anyway, anything more? Bursting Fireball, can use it, not going to buy it for now.
Do not be gone. What is it?
And of course, Obak, you're here now. Might as well take a look.
Oh, you're back then. Again, I'm Orbeck of Vinheim, here to teach you sorceries. Let us begin with the basics. The ideal sorcerer bears the twin faces of the dragon. Oh, you could at least act as if you're paying attention.
I heard a light chuckle in that.
I don't mean to seem overbearing, but have you forgotten? In exchange for my sorceries, you are to bring me knowledge in the form of scrolls detailing the secrets of sorcery. I hope you're not one to break a promise.
I'm not. In point of fact, I'm going to go out of my way to get your sorcery scroll as soon as possible. Just to have that concern off my back. Don't know how much I will be using it, but I will buy the spook spell. Could come in handy for some select situations. And that is all for now.
Come again.
The arena, you won't have anything new to say, I'm certain of that. Hawkwood though. Hawkwood has decided to not be here. Well, I know where to find him, but it's not gonna have any dialogue. Come on, let me out, Thought-gate. There we go. Fear the mighty stance. There he is. In front of the grave with the Abyss Watcher greatsword in front of it. And of course the dog isn't here either.
The poor wretched souls. Be they lord or legend, the curse shows no mercy. What a sham. The poor be they, what a
Yeah, that's all he has to say for now. That is new dialogue, isn't it? Just not the kind I was expecting. I figured by now he'd have on dialogue on snuffing out the flames in Farron Cape. Anyway, that'll be all for now. Episode's been going on for long enough, so we'll be leaving it here. And we'll see you next time around.